exactly what I thought it would be. I got my house on a little piece of land. This is the place I'm gonna take my stand. But I keep living on dreams. One thing I know, that's the way it's gotta be. Am I living the American dream? I keep searching for that dream of me, hoping someday that I will see myself in American dream.
How y'all doing, baby? It is, oh man, see there? You think you got everything done, you checked everything, you got everything off the checklist, and no, there's always one thing, always something you're gonna give. I mean, give it a stupid thing. I'll fix it, man. Give me this. God damn it. Nope, wrong one. Wrong wire. Hold on. I fixed it. There. Now everything's perfect. How in the hell y'all doing? I hope you're more prepared than I am. Anyway, it is Tuesday, baby. It's time for another Blue Dot family meeting, and I'm so glad y'all are here. Anyway, Michael James was the first one to jump in. Thank you, brother. Stephanie Dean, glad to see you there. I guess Jay is still out on the road, but I'm glad to see you there, baby, and feeling well, I hope. Richard Phillips is with us, as is the remixtress. Debbie Marie, Dwayne Twizzle, Mega Wet Willie's here, Seraphin Coley, Michael Johnson is in the room. Jeff Curry is in the room. Let me see. Amanda Elliott, thank you for being here. Michael Foulbester, Nancy Halverson, Elena Jars, thank you. Robin Lyons, Kelly Duncan, thank you. Martha Oliveira, Dorothy Tyndall, my next door neighbor, Tracy Tobias is with us. Hello, Miss Linda, a.k.a. Hey, Mary Ellen, how you doing, darling? S. Warren all the way from Marietta, Georgia. Our own Bernadette Priya is with us. Randy Peterson says a snow pig up in Montana. Woo, chilly, buddy. Woo. I bet it is cold up there. Big Johnson is in the room so we can get things going. Gary Spring all the way from Canada. Amanda Elliott, thank you. Suzanne Jarrett, my birthday girl. Martha Oliver. Bruce Preston is with us. Teresa Rojas, mi amiga up in Chicago. Let me see here. I got to catch up here or I won't get nowhere. There we go. All right, Linda Gallup is here. LaShawn Carter, thank you. Curtis Wood, Irish Giselle, Paulette Pacifico. How can you come up with a better name? I swear, that's a neat name. It is Tuesday, baby. It's Tuesday, February 1st, the first day of the month, the first day of Black History Month. And it is a shame that we have to find out that there are numerous, 12, 14 bomb threats across historically black colleges across our country. Well, welcome to the celebration, baby. Isn't it pitiful that that's the way we start off Black History Month? Although some might say it's nothing new. It is indeed sad, but we are facing sad times indeed. Right now, we got coup 2.0 going on right now. With Donnie's out there spreading his wings this weekend, just shouting out all sorts of crap over the loudspeaker that he should have kept his mouth shut about, but he doesn't run his mouth. And there's so much more that we're learning. Donnie's coming out 2.0, baby. He's ready to rock and roll. He's going to run in 24, and it doesn't matter if he gets the vote or not. He's going to claim he won, and we're going to go through this shit again, except it's going to be worse, because the Republican side of this democracy of ours has gone slap off down the deep end and has thrown everything that was ever dear to their heart out the window, down into the sewer, pissed on it. That doesn't matter to them anymore. The only thing that matters is power, baby, and how to get it and how to keep it. And the ends justify the means, so they are willing to do anything. I didn't catch the guy's name. I saw some Republican running for, I want to say Secretary of State of some state. I didn't catch the whole thing. It pissed me off because I got him. Y'all might have seen it. Got him up on stage talking about if we don't win in 22, lock and load. Be prepared to show up at protest armed. That's what he said from his stage to his constituents, his future wannabe constituents. That's the message there, baby. With Donnie talking about all this shit that he's gonna release everybody out of prison that was on January 6th, because of freedom. Are you shitting me? They're setting us up for a run, baby. And we have one weapon against them, and that's the truth. And we need to start beating them over the head with. I see Mike Pence's crew is starting to talk like birds over there on the January 6th committee. I cannot wait for public hearings. I am so ready for this. And, one little more note, if there wasn't enough things for me to be pissed off about and embarrassed about, and that is that is my congressman. That is my congressman, Ted Cruz again, who opened his mouth. And any time Ted opens his mouth, well, you can bet your sweet ass something stupid is going to come out. And he said Joe Biden's announcement that he is going to put a black woman on the Supreme Court is offensive. Offensive to Ted Cruz. Really? All right, you talking about that at the last Klan meeting you were at there, Ted? Didn't have any problem with any other president ever saying he's going to put a woman on the court or anything, but, you're offended because it's a black woman. And he says black women all across the country are offended by it. Are you shitting me, Ted? You slimy little used car salesman. We're stuck with you forever because of your sliminess. Anyway, it's just another dig at Texas, and it just pisses me off that every time he opens his mouth, he makes a fool out of himself. Anyway, that's the way it is here. How's it at your house, Bernadette?
It's bright and sunny, but on the cool side, but nothing like what's going on the East Coast.
Oh, baby.
And they could keep that shit. I feel sorry for you people. When you finish with the snow, let me know. I will send you some sunshine.
I'm going to get a glancing blow of it. Tomorrow night, our low is supposed to be 28.
Chilly. Yeah, it's chilly. It's chilly. I ain't gonna lie about that. But at least the sun is out, and that kind of warms your heart, warms your spirit, makes you hate Republicans a hell of a lot less. No. But
I've enjoyed the last few days, and tomorrow, I think we're going to hit something like 79 tomorrow, and then it all goes tumbling down tomorrow night. And we're going to stay that way. I talked to my sister in
Detroit today, and she said they're about to have a massive snowstorm. So I'm like, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I don't know why anybody lives there.
I don't know either. Anywhere where that white stuff falls from the sky, just count me out. I'm just not that kind of person. I'm a sand and sea kind of guy.
I'm a Cali girl.
That's me. I like the sun. I like it warm. Anyway, Bernadette, thank you for coming in. Let's get Sparky in the room. Spark, how you doing?
Doing good, John. Staying in the house today. Had a windstorm going on over here in the valley.
Oh, no shit.
No shit.
Man, I'm getting a little...
Out there this morning, man, it sounded like jet engines going on.
Man.
The wind whipping through the trees and everything, and I said, boy, I better get away from these redwood trees.
Yeah, I lost the limb. I lost the limb last night. Going out the driveway this morning, there's a limb laying in my damn drive. Not that big, but
I looked up about 50 feet up the tree, and there's a broken branch up there turning dead.
I got a lot of huge oak trees that have some dead branches up high. Up high.
I don't even go near that huge oak tree when the wind's blowing. That sucker de-limbs it in a moment's notice. I've heard them fall out there.
I have a stark reminder out in the corner of my yard. One of these huge oak trees I have in my yard fell over before I purchased the house, but the trunk is still there. Two of them, actually. And they're too big. They were too big to shut up. And so one of them turned into an arch. That's kind of cool. That's neat. And the other one, it's off to the side. You'd have to have a huge chainsaw to start chopping that thing up. Every time the wind gets up high here, I definitely look around. We watch where we park our vehicles. Not under the big trees. Put it under the house. We're out there near where no trees are. because I don't want to wake up with a tree limb.
Shop and the old roof's rattling. I think, oh, geez, I hope we don't lose one of these pieces of metal off the roof.
Boy, howdy shit. Well,
I couldn't fix it. I'd have to get somebody in. I'd have to call the guy.
You had to call the guy? Guess what? I am the guy.
Said, well, I ain't getting up on that roof.
Let me see. Turn up the volume on the callers. Uh-oh. All right.
Same problem Sunday.
Is it? Let me know if this is any better at all. Is that any better at all? Somebody's going to have to talk.
I will say something. Can you hear me now?
I can hear you a whole lot better.
Let me check YouTube.
Is that any better at all?
Yeah, that's what I was doing. I was checking YouTube.
Somebody's going to have to talk. Yeah, I can hear it on YouTube on somebody's show, on somebody's.
That's on me.
Okay,
So
I can hear me coming through there.
Fine.
Okay, all right, that made me loud and clear. There you go. I got lucky and hit the right button. On that note, let me thank my next door neighbor. I wish. Tracy Tobias, who came in with a $10 donation and said, here's a little something for my favorite good old boy in Texas. Thank you, John, for all you do in keeping my anxiety levels down. Well, baby, keep them anxiety levels down. Don't be getting stressed out over shit. There is enough to stress us all out, but we got to take it in little bites. Because it'll add to your stress levels if you take a look at everything that's going on. As Donnie would say, if you look and see what's happening. Yeah, well, we do. We do. And what I see is an attempted coup all over again. We're going for 2.0 now, baby.
It never has stopped.
No,
John.
no.
It's not all over again. This is a
it's a continuing
rolling coup in progress.
When I
should he get his way, which, come on, Blue Dots, we can't let that happen.
No.
The world is in for a world of hurt. Should he get his way? We know what he will do. We've been told.
Yeah, we've seen this story before.
Told.
But now it's coming even clearer to light. And with the fact, when they have uncovered now 2 executive orders not signed, but that we're going to direct the Department of Defense, for one, to seize voting machines, or the Homeland Security. Rudy Giuliani said, well, we can't use the military, and he's right there. Wait, that would really look bad. But Homeland Security, well, now that's a possibility. Maybe we can do that. If you look, take that information.
The poor guy was it?
Huh?
I want to know when the poor guy that had to tape all those ripped up documents back together.
Really? Yeah. Well, they got people that's their main goal in life, is to put little pieces of paper back together. There's nothing that he tried to destroy that isn't going to be restored. The deficit with this is what's bothering me is we are seeing a conspiracy between the 147 Republican lawmakers that voted not to certify the election. You got people in the White House trying to come up with executive orders to seize voting machines, thereby throwing the whole vote into a contest into the House of Representatives, where each state gets one vote. Republicans have the states; they get the vote. Donnie's in. It was a plan. In the January 6th insurrection itself, the people outside that entered the building, they probably didn't know if they really wanted them in there or not, just enough to rattle the cage of Mike Pence, to scare the process enough that it would stop and thereby not be certified. This was discussed deeply within our government. The question is, what the hell are we going to do about it? Because obviously Donnie Boy and his gang over there, they don't give 2 flips. They're going to do it again, right in front of your face. Yeah. It's something. Out in public. What's that?
It's really disturbing to watch our country fall down this rabbit hole. It really is. I mean, we cannot just sit back and allow this shit to go on. It's happening here in America. The shit that we see in other countries is happening here in America.
Yes.
And I'm not being an alarmist.
No.
All you have to do is watch the evening
You're
news.
being a realist.
I'm being realistic. Watch the evening news.
Because it's exactly what is happening.
Here.
That's what we're watching right now.
This is what we go and fight for in other countries.
It is indeed for democracy.
I mean, seriously, I really feel like we need to call the UN in and
have to watch our elections.
Yeah.
Well, Donnie keeps calling us a third world country, and he is trying his best to do exactly that. That's what he wants. He wants to turn us into an authoritarian dictatorship. He wants to be elected in, supposedly. It was a rigged election, but, the truth came through, and Donnie was put into power, and that's it, baby. It ain't never going to change again. They'll change the laws all across this country, and your vote will mean squat.
He still, to this day, calls himself the president.
The president.
Not the former president. He is the president.
No. He always will.
Now, there's something wrong with that.
There's something wrong with him, period.
He can't take the law.
It bothers me because, as my shirt says, so all gave some gave all. One had bone spurs. That man gave nothing to this country. His whole life, he's a stinking grifter. That's all he's ever been. He's been a liar, a cheat, and a thief. He had a TV show. Oh, whoopty shit. He still lied and cheated on that show.
He was a B-rated actor on that.
Yes.
But John, he took a lot from this country. He took
he has, baby,
out of this country. He took he took money, millions and millions, and he continues to do it. Just by him having Secret Service, and he charges them. Most presidents are grateful to have Secret Service. Not this fucker.
No. He wants his own private army. That's what he wants. Ron DeSantis down there wants to start the whole new police force down there just for voting issues.
Well, the whole shit between him and Ron DeSantis going on right now is a fucking joke. They've turned Florida into a fucking joke.
There you go, baby.
And one of the most racist states in the union now.
Mm-hmm. I'm telling you. Let's get Ardessa in the room. Ardessa, how are you doing, dear? Ardessa, are you with us?
Yes,
I'm sure she'll catch up with us in just a second.
Maybe she had to go and run and get a cup of tea.
Is Dan home yet? Or is Dan still in the hospital?
She put up a message that he'll be going to a nursing home shortly, tomorrow. And it's close by, so she could take a ride share over there to him and go and visit with him. And that's kind of cool.
There we go.
Let's hope the weather stays nice for her, because I know she wants to go see her husband.
I would imagine.
Yeah.
If I was in the hospital, I wouldn't let Marsha leave, period. Sorry, babe. Gotta stay right here. Hold me hand. Ain't it sad?
I was listening to Robin's show earlier today, and it's just frustrating listening to people talk about what the hell is going on in this country.
Indeed.
In 2022. I mean, to open up Black History Month with the news of a dozen or more HBCUs being threatened with bombs, it just says an enormous amount about what's going on in this country right now.
It is.
Literally, they're trying to wipe Black history off America.
It seems to be an assault on it. Huh.
It's not an assault. It is more complete erasure, because, first of all, Black history wasn't being taught in this country in the first place. The only time you get it is in Black History Month, and then you're taught the same thing over and over and over again. Martin Luther King gave his speech, I Had a Dream. Yeah, he did so much more than that.
Oh, okay? So much.
So much more than that. We don't want to talk about...
Black history is American history.
Of Black people in this country, because it started in this country. It all started. this country exists because of black people and what we've done for this country. So this whole shebang about nominating a black Supreme Court, a black woman to the Supreme Court, and how fake outrage is going on.
You know what's offensive to me?
Oh my God.
Is to have I can't remember what senator that was that spoke like that said that it was affirmative action. Having a black woman on the court is a form of affirmative action. Really?
I believe it was Massey. And and how ironic that the Supreme Court is dealing with an affirmative action case right now. You know what?
You know who got their ass on the Supreme Court by affirmative action? White men.
And
white men got their ass on the Supreme Court by affirmative action for hundreds of years.
Hundreds of years.
You know, the fake outrage by Ted Cruz and by Massey.
Court, not just the Supreme Court, but every court.
Any court.
And
any court.
They had all the laws. They wrote all the laws. They said what could be done and what couldn't be done, and who was a person and who was only 3/5 of a person. This is how our country started. You can't erase it.
It's can't separate
the Constitution.
You cannot separate
and no matter how much you could ban all the fucking books from all the school libraries.
That's another thing you can look at. They're banning books. Really? Can we say fascism any faster?
Go back and look at what happened in the world in 1933.
Yeah. Go look over there. Tell me how that book burning and book banning shit did. In my opinion, you tell a child he can't read a book, he'll make it more important. He has to find out why.
Ardessa, welcome.
Thank you.
How are you doing, Ardessa?
I'm hanging in there. We're looking forward to tomorrow.
Dan coming home tomorrow?
No, he's going to the nursing home tomorrow.
Oh, he's going to the nursing home.
But it's nearby, and I can take, like Bernadette said, I can take the van there, shared ride, and it's $1.75, and it's just like, boom, 5 minutes, I'll be there.
Outstanding, baby.
Nice.
I'm so glad for you.
That's very
I know
convenient.
that's been a burden on you, not being around you.
Yeah, it is, because it's been hard to get there. And
I can imagine.
then I was sick for a while, and
are you shitting me? That's my wife. I'm the biggest baby she ever saw in her life. I consider myself pretty much a manly man until I get hurt, and then, holy shit.
Yeah.
She's the first one that's going to know about it.
That's most men. That's most men. It's not just you, John. You got.
Sometimes I carried. I ran a grinder. Oh Lord, this was like 30 some odd years ago. I ran a grinder across my stomach. I still got a nice scar.
Oh no.
And it was bad. And did I run to the hospital? Nope. Ran where Marcia was. She was shopping with her sister. Went in there and said, "Look at this shit. Look. Well, get your ass to the hospital." Okay. Just wanted you to see it. Anyway. I've not always done everything right. Anyway, let me think.
It's not just an assault on black people, John. It's an assault on every person who's not an old white man, an old wealthy white man in this country.
It is an assault on our nation, on the ideals that this nation was built upon. That's what this is an assault upon. I have no doubt, and the Republican Party is all in, baby. All in. And I just, I keep waiting for somebody to stand up loudly. And it's just not happening. There are no Republicans. Even Mitt Romney is still sneaking around like a little mouse. He don't want to rock the crate. The only one that has any guts at all is Liz Cheney out there.
And that's why he didn't make it as president, because he's got no balls.
He's got no balls. That's like Ted Cruz. He ain't never going to make it. Give it up, Ted. Nobody wants your slimy, stinking, lying ass. You little coward.
Ball, you call Ted Cruz your senator. Don't even get me started on that, idiot.
It is. It is an embarrassment to my state to have him. And he just got reelected.
To the entire human population.
Yeah, he is. He is. He's a disgusting. What does Robin call him?
He opens his mouth.
Booger eating future king of America. That's what he.
What grown man his fucking boogers on TV.
On TV. Suck your
Ew.
boogers right up down in your mouth, man. That's
Oh,
pretty
yeah.
gross, I'm telling you. Let me thank Catman56 who came in with a donation and said, why do you think we in Minnesota have snow blowers, snowmobiles, and ice fishing? 10 degrees, he's 10%. Are you shitting me? I don't have to think about it, why you have that stuff, because you're living in the wrong spot. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm glad you are, brother. It takes a hardy soul to live up in that stuff. I will give you that.
Sure does.
And let me thank John Didier. Came in with a $20 donation and said, let's get going, Blue Dots, to victory in 2022. Baby, that's what it's about. That's what it's about right there. That's what we have to do. As a party, as a society, we can see the handwriting on the wall, the things we're discussing. The more and more we find out just how involved this little conspiracy was. They were plotting to overthrow our government. And if we don't stop them, if we don't stand up as a society, as a nation, and say we will not tolerate this, we're given a green light, baby. And next time it's not going to be so pretty. You know, if they start using the military or law enforcement to control the masses on their voting rights, are you shitting me? You know, give it up, baby. Give it up.
Yeah.
We've lost it by that time. This is the time we need to be involved. This is the time we need to be
definitely.
prepared. What's that, Ardissa?
Definitely need. You're right.
Yeah.
We need to do it now.
This is the time that we have to be prepared.
And can't wait for tomorrow.
Oh, Lord. What's happening tomorrow?
Oh, can't wait for tomorrow. I mean, in the future, you know.
Oh,
Can't
yes.
wait for them to get ahead of us.
In the grand scheme of things.
Yeah.
But I'm itching at the reins to turn loose, baby. We need to get solid on this January 6th shit. This is a conspiracy, plotted by the ex-president. Excuse me, by an ex-president, a traitorous ex-general, a traitorous ex, whatever, Rudy Giuliani, ex-mayor. These people conspired to, in any way, disrupt that vote. If they could just disrupt the vote, it gets thrown to the House of Representatives, and it's all over with, baby. And they're still trying. And now they're trying to install and get people elected in states all across this country that next time will go along with Donnie and his clown and subvert your vote,
We need to get them to answer for what they've done. All those senators and congressmen that they need to answer for what they've done on January 6th.
Indeed.
And after
The
it.
January 6th committee already knows who started this shit, who plotted it, who did what. They already have all the answers to all that bullshit, man. They already know. They already know.
Yes. Yeah, they have so much more than what we're knowledgeable of.
Oh, yeah.
And we're knowledgeable of a lot of shit right now. So you can just about imagine. In Mike Pence's team, you got to figure this out. Mike Pence's team, his chief of staff, who's the other guy?
He's been talking.
Yeah, one testified today in front of the January 6th committee, and they're going in there, I believe, telling the truth. They're not going in there to cover Donnie's ass. And that's what these people going in there better not
do. They got
do.
the papers from the National Archives, and that told them a lot.
It did. So don't come in there lying to them, because then they might have a charge on your ass. That's what these people have to remember.
You get even in more trouble than they are
Indeed.
probably gonna.
They got a choice to make when they go in front of this shit. They're going to have a choice to make when everything is made public and in the court of public opinion. Where is this going to go when it is proven outright and put it in their face that he's a traitor to this country and continues to be a threat? That's the part that's really bothering me, is because we are a free society, he has the right to go out there and run his mouth, and he's going to.
And have his little rallies, and
Yes.
he's going to talk himself into a jail cell. So have at it, Trump. He's a stupid fucker. Because you do get out there and you do say what your plans are.
Yeah.
I mean, he actually tells us if we're paying attention.
because those
But
that aren't concerned
he
with
is
the
one of the
issues,
most
but
dangerous
are
men
more
in this
attitude.
country.
That's what they're eating up. His base, that's what they want. Lock her up. Did you hear him chanting that just the other night again about Hillary? Lock her up. Really, he never turns loose of anything. He's going to
You talk
continue
about some
this
people
shit.
and neither does his base. You talk about some people who can't get over it.
Yeah.
They lost the last election. We got over it. We said fuck Trump straight
Yes,
out. What
we're
did they
straight
do?
up,
Oh,
fuck Trump,
let's
and we
go
formed a
Brandon.
resistance. And we mounted it, and we did it based upon the truth of what was coming out of Washington. That's how he was beat. His own disgusting way of doing things. We were all sick of it. His narcissistic, self-praising shit show that went on daily.
Pompous ass.
Yes. It's sickening after a while. And he's still doing it. He is telling his supporters that if he is indicted by any law enforcement, whether it be up in the state of New York or in Georgia or anywhere, if he is indicted, then he wants mass protests around the world, around the nation, like the world has never seen before, because he thinks he's
We
worth
got
it.
a hit in Georgia.
Go
Huh?
ahead.
What's that, Spark?
Got
Go
a
ahead,
hit
Spark.
in Georgia. I mean, they're threatening the buildings there, so she's got all that. Ask the FBI.
She's had to ask the FBI for security. The
Yeah.
Fulton County
'Cause
prosecutor.
she's probably going to indict him.
I hope so. I hope so. Because that's what it's going to take, and they're going to go apeshit over it. But what else are you left with? Either you indict him
He did some criminal shit.
for the things we all saw him do, or
Yes.
or how do you explain our justice system to anybody else that's wrapped up in it? That the laws apply to them, but not at the top, not if you're powerful or wealthy.
This is the only reason why he wants to be president again, is so that he considers himself above the law again.
He considers
This man
himself the law.
seriously he thinks himself untouchable.
He believes that he is the law. When he was president, he
Yeah.
believes he is the one that should make the law.
He thinks he's the universe to everybody.
He thinks he's God's gift to everybody.
Yep.
Anyway, let me catch up again here real quick, because Diana Mallory came in with a $5 donation and said, "Did your Governor Abbott really get booed at that last rally? If so, why is the base turning on him?" Thank you, Diana Mallory, bequeather the gong. I don't know. I didn't see that. I didn't see the part where they booed him. I hope they booed him, and if they did,
They did.
there are 5 Republicans running against his ass. He's not a popular governor down here anymore. I don't care what the national news try to. He can suck up to Donnie all day long. The other 5 Republicans will suck up to Donnie too. That's not the issue. Greg Abbott has turned out to be one of the more disgusting governors we've ever had. He's incompetent.
That's sad.
It is. And not only him, our lieutenant governor, our attorney general, our state senators. Are you shitting me? It makes Texas look like a whole corral of just ignorant dumb butts who can't find their ass. They're just sold out whores. For who? For Trump? Really? That disgusting piece of shit is who you sold your soul to. I can't get over it. Anyway, thank you, Diana Mallory, and to Catman56, who came in with a $3 donation and said some people will reject the murder of thousands of the Native American. They reject the enslavement of people of color, yet they cry, they scream and cry. They are the ones being on. What the fuck, really? Yeah, I'm being discriminated against. You can't just come out and say you're going to put a black woman on the Supreme Court, because that's racially against me. Kiss off. It's about time the court had a black woman on that court. And anybody that says different, I question your pure patriotism to this country. Ted Cruz, really offensive that Biden would pick a black woman? No, offensive is having you as a senator, having you in this country, wandering the halls of Congress. It's disgusting. Ted Cruz is just not even Republicans like Ted Cruz. That's the sad part of it. Oh Lord, yes, Diana. Before it even dings her, I seen that one. Diana Mallory just came in with another $5. Watch it because it's fixing to ding, and said 45 is taking applications for his new army to throw under the bus again. Promises of pardons will not happen. Just ask the last army. And
Right.
ooh, you can throw him right under the bus. Man. He doesn't give a shit.
Ow.
Catman, thank you very much, brother.
Mine sounded bad.
Uh-oh. And Diana Mallory. Oh, no, that's one. See there, I got it before it got there. And,
Yep.
yeah. You know what Joe Biden thinks that, right? Thinks of him.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Huh?
Yeah.
Guess what button I got?
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I told Travis I got to have that button. Got to have that
I
button.
love it.
That'll apply to so many things, to so many people. What do you think of Mitch McConnell?
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, what do you think of Jim Jacket Off Jordan?
What a stupid son of a bitch.
Yeah, you could go all day long. You could go all day long on that. I'll try to whip that out at the appropriate time.
Great.
So I was happy to get that button. That's good. I was glad he said that. Because that's to me, in my book, that's the tack we ought to take. You know, I want to go into the wind, baby. I don't want to just sail along on summer breezes. I want to force force the course, baby. We need to force the course.
It's amazing how wound up they got about that too, and compared to what Donnie did, you know.
Yeah. Oh, they got their panties in a wad all over Biden saying that. You know, to a reporter, how dare him speak to the press that way? Really, really. Just please explain to me again how
that man got up there, and for 5 years he called the press the enemy of the people. State.
So shove it up your butt.
Everything.
Fake news.
That's what I mean when I say I don't want to sail around on summer breezes. I want to get into the storm. I want to shove this up their ass, because if the shoe was on the other foot, I guarantee they would be shoving it up ours, baby, as traitors, as insurrectionists, as a disgrace to this country, and that's why we need to frame it on their ass.
We as Blue Dots have got to support these people who are running in these red districts, so we could flip a few seats here, a few seats there, no matter what, whether it's the fire department head or the dog catcher or the mayor or a governor.
And even in those areas that you think your vote isn't going to matter, that your vote is a sure loss, that's all right. That's okay. Go vote. Make your voice heard. Even if you lose, even if the candidate you support loses, you give it your best shot, baby. And if we don't all do that, then we're guaranteed a loss. But if we can stir the true patriotism in this country, and that is to stand up for each other across this land, we're going to lose this shit. Because apathy will just hand it right over to the Republican Party, and there it goes, baby. They're ready to rock and roll on this shit. You know, we cannot do that.
We got to be more ready to rock. That's why we got to vote and vote and vote and vote and support all the people that are running against the Republicans.
Yes. It's, you know, and right now I'm not seeing any movement on the vital bills that we need, the For the People Act and the John Lewis Voting Rights Act.
No, and John, this is what pisses me off so much, is that the Democrats' biggest move was to wait too long on this one. We should have been fighting for it from day one, and I've said that from day one. We should have always been fighting for voting rights. No matter
It
what
is
else
the crucial. It is the crucial issue. Without the voting rights, you can kiss all of it. The rest of it goodbye, because your voice won't matter. Voting rights is the most important issue, because right now across the nation, Republicans are doing their damnedest to make sure that your ass doesn't vote. If you're a Democrat, a liberal, if you're a person of color, Baby, they don't want your ass voting. They want white districts voting. That's what they want. And
That's all they want.
Yes. And we
they
have to
don't- they
crack
don't want
that.
You learning about people of color and the true history of the United States. They don't want you learning about that.
No.
They don't want you voting. They don't want.
They don't want you being involved or bothered with the daily, meat packing of government and how to run our society. Just go along on your business and just leave things to us. I don't
Go
trust
to work
them.
and be a minion and make us more money.
Yeah, make me more money. And
That's
if you're
what they
not,
want.
shut up and go to work. We need people poor, hungry, and needing a job, so that's where they want to keep your ass. Anyway, let me thank Catman56 who came in with another donation just because I have to play.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
I'm ready to dance.
I love that.
I'm ready to dance every time I play the damn thing.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you're
thank
not
you,
dancing when
Catman.
you play that?
Huh? I do.
You're
I'm
not dancing when you play that? I'm dancing.
I got my
Me
feet
too.
tapping down there, I guarantee you.
Yeah.
S. Warren came in with $5 and said, wish Deutsche Bank would start collection activity on Trump. That's what needs that. Where'd my banger go? There it is. I mean,
That would be good.
that would be good.
But
Let's
give me
call in a
second,
few
okay?
loans here. Let's see what's happening. And John Cass came in with a $10 donation and said, against the wind, fuck Trump. Indeed, my friend. Straight into it. I am. I'm ready to rock and roll. This is, what was it Trump said? If you don't fight like hell, you're not going to have a country.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, metaphorically
And he's
speaking,
right about that.
he's right.
If we don't fight like hell, we're
Not going to have a
a
country. It will slowly slip away into an authoritarian autocracy, and we'll have oligarchs in charge of the electric companies or, transportation companies or whatever. Don't worry, comrade. Everything will be fine. Just go about your daily business. Have some vodka. Is that where we're going?
Right.
Because it sure seems to me that's where the Republican Party is all too willing to go.
There ain't enough vodka to make that
There's
go.
not enough vodka. And I ain't got nothing against vodka, but I'm just,
Yeah.
I grew up in a generation that we went through the Cold War. We know what Russia was and what Russia
Yep.
wants to be again. They're not nice people when it comes to that shit.
Yep.
It's we have held up our democracy for 240 something years now, and we've tried to be a beacon of democracy around the world. This whole debate on why we're supporting Ukraine and not Russia in this deal. Well, because Ukraine's democracy and Russia's not. And that's what I mean, whether it be Tucker Carlson or anybody over there on Fox spews or the Republicans right now, they're all too willing to give an excuse to Russia for anything that they do. Just ask Lindsey Graham. He'll tell you in a heartbeat, oh, no, them Russians, they're nice people. They got compromise on
Yep.
them. I
They
swear
got
that's got to
money.
be what it. They got something on his ass. They got to. What
Ain't
else would
none
make
of
people
them
like
answer the
him
4th of
just
July
disgrace
thing either.
themselves over this shit? But I see now even Lindsey Graham is splitting on Donnie when it comes to the Supreme Court pick, and with mainly probably because one of the lead justices is from South Carolina.
Yeah.
So he
Smart
won't.
woman too.
Yes, a very smart woman. And I think she's the lead choice. I think she might be the one. I think she might be the one to make the cut. But any of them that they're talking about are more than qualified, highly qualified.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
So
That's what counts.
that's what's so disgusting about the people on the right when they're coming up and questioning this shit. Like it's like you're giving it to somebody who has lesser qualifications only because they're a black woman. Really?
Far more qualified than Ted Cruz.
Far more
fucking ass.
qualified than Ted Cruz ever thought about being. That more than Ted Cruz ever dreamed about being. Ted Cruz only has one dream. Ted Cruz has the dream if he wants to be king of America. That's it. He wants to be.
More boogers?
Yes, he's the booger-eating future king of America. Anyway, Sister Funkenstein came in with a $5 donation and said, much love and respect to the Blue Dot family. We should all be on high alert. January 6th was practice run for them, and they are still planning. Everyone, please vote and fuck Donald Trump. See, we don't have to come up with some silly slogan, like, oh, go, Brenda. No, we'll come right out and tell you. Fuck that disgusting traitor of a slime bucket. I just can't say it. I do. Sometimes I just despise him so much because of what he has done to this country and continues to do to this country. And to have people hold him up as a patriot? Are you shitting me? It tells me I just want to call you the most ignorant people in the world. I don't want to be, cruel to you. I know you got a brain. You held a job. Are you shitting me? You're turning your back on your country for that disgusting traitor of a grifter.
It is hard to imagine, John.
It is.
But yeah, we watched it. We watched it for the last 5
We
years.
watched it and we're still seeing it. They still got people down on 624 down there selling Trump flags. Trump 2024. Raking it in, baby. Because they love that hatred. They love that hatred of what Trump describes America as being. You think he loves us? He talks shit about this country every time he opens his mouth. What was that?
Yeah.
Tracy Porter. Hey, Tracy. Thank you, baby. You know who Tracy Porter is, don't you?
I do know who Tracy is. Are you kidding?
Yes, we all know who Tracy is. Tracy can be found on the Robin Kincaid show a lot of times. A wonderful, powerful black woman who is. I tease over there when I'm on Robin's show. I call Bernadette my Tracy.
Did she come in via Facebook?
YouTube, I think. She just subscribed to YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Oh, look at there.
Cool.
Boy, howdy. Yes, Tracy Porter has subscribed. And I want to thank you for that, Tracy. And then Linda Calabro just came in with a $5 donation, baby. It's never too far away from me. It's never too far away from me. Anyway, just want you to know that, baby.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Linda. Yes, this has been. I want to hold. I have others. It's been a hell of 5 years, and it hasn't gone without some heartbreak. And what this family means.
It's been a long 5 years.
It has. It has. We've been through so much as a Blue Dot family.
Yes, we have.
And we continue to grow, and I believe we continue to inspire more and more every day to be involved in this. I think so. Anyway, on with the rat killing. Let me see. Catman56 just came back in when he says the Fox Entertainment Network is now Russian TV. Russian TV in America, baby. That's, it's what it's become. And I guess Tuckerson, or whatever they call his name is, he's the lead voice over there for that shit. Praising everything that Russia or Hungary, he's going over to Hungary again, do another show over there with an authoritarian dictator, an autocratic dictator.
That guy is so fucking disgusting. I mean, he's got brown all over him from having his head stuck up Donnie's ass
so far. But it's the willingness of them to sell out their own country at the same time. At the same time, waving the flag, got eagles flying around, stars all over the place, patriotic music in the background. We believe in God and all of them. Yeah, that's what it is. It's a show. It's like one of those televangelist preachers who are just in it for the money, and they'll preach to you all day whatever you want to hear to make you feel good, so you'll just give them that money. And that's what the Republican Party has become. A carnival parade over there of outlandishness. You know, the more
we're working together now too.
Yes. And that's why we have to work together. That's why we have to do this shit.
Doing this, John.
Yes.
That's why we have to keep supporting shows like this one, supporting
Robin Kincaid,
supporting Rant and
Randy, and Leo Sahaki. Yes, Tim Cornwall. There are a lot of voices out here.
We got to make it rain with $1 bills so everybody gets some.
Everybody. It sure helps pay the bills, baby. And on that note, I want to thank Gary Spring, who set us down in Beaverbuck. Gary, thank you very much. In Homer's Reluctant Odyssey, Christopher, how you doing, brother? I hope Dawn is doing fine. Came in with a $10 donation and said, loving that updated studio. Hey, you like that? Christopher, that's pretty cool. Not too bad. Not too shabby. I'm liking it.
It is nice.
It is. It looks plumb. I feel like Captain
Very
Video.
nice.
Full power, Captain. You know, it's like, all right, let's fly this thing. Truly, I hope Dawn is doing well. Christopher's a wonderful guy. Anyway, and I seen Linda Calabro came in with another $5 donation. She's the lemon character doing a shoulder shimmy dance move. I can't see it, but it tells me what it is. Linda, thank you, baby. Thank you for being here. It does. It means more than what you think. Huh?
Thank everybody for donating.
Thank everybody for donating, and yeah, because it does. It pays the bills. This is how I do it nowadays. Because I ain't going out and getting a job nowadays. I'm shit tough out of luck for that stuff. This is how it is. That's how come I like to, when I go over to Robin's show or other people, try to support those people, because this is what they do. This is what I do. This is what we're trying to do, is to keep this going. We want to expand. It's getting into the political season again. I want to be able to be mobile. I want to be able to go to rallies and stuff that are here in Corpus and around the surrounding area. Yeah, I want to get out and start getting more involved.
And another person that, we as Blue Dot should be supporting is Virginia Woody. She has a show right here on YouTube tomorrow night. Right here on.
She is dedicated to this, and that's what. There's so much in this that you pour your heart into. Virginia Woodley, indeed.
Go on over there.
Go over there and on Facebook and give her a follow.
And support her.
Yes.
And give her thumbs up, give her likes. All of that helps.
Yes.
Hitting the like button, that helps. Sharing
it means
with
a lot.
Your family and
it
friends
really does.
helps.
And nobody, and we, because we talk about it over there on Robin's show. It's not easy to ask for donations. It's very difficult and humbling to do that. But if you don't, or especially,
you saw what happened the last time I did a fundraiser right here.
Yes, indeed. Thank goodness. And I have a water well. I'm very proud of that. Let me thank Tracy Porter, who came in with a $10 donation through Super Chat. Tracy, thank you very much, darling. We appreciate you. We want to get you on here. Got to get Tracy to come on.
Tracy, we
were so tickled to have Robin on the other night.
She won't do Discord.
She won't. She ain't got Discord.
She's willing to try.
You know what? Tracy's
a lot of people look at it and say, "Oh no, that's too hard for me."
Yeah, it is.
And Discord is a little overwhelming. It's not that hard once you get in there and figure it out. But
it's really not.
Tracy is going to school. And, the girl's got a lot on her mind.
She's
busy driving cab all over Southern California. I mean, she's a busy woman. I can understand her not wanting to learn how to do this.
Yeah. Oh, I love it when she gets on her little rants. I mean, when she's on a subject. I'll just tell you, she's a lot like Bernadette in the fact that, hey, baby, I got something to say, and I'm going to tell you about it. And that's what we need in this country. We need the people that are out here busting their ass every day to have a voice in this government, to have a voice in our society. It's all of us. We the people, baby. It's all of us. and it's always a pleasure to see that come alive. Anyway, Catman56 came back with another donation. Said, "We are living with the Trump version of The Apprentice, not working out like his shows." No, because in his shows they always had it on the script of who was going to get fired. So when he turned around and said, "You're fired," it was written down right there. It wasn't up to him. And Dan Marceau came in with $5 and said, "I got paid today. Here's $5 to help with the light bill." Thank you, Dan Marceau. And aren't you proud of me that I know that name? Hell yes, I know how to pronounce that name. It's Marceau. Because I know the EAU.
And Tracy just said in the YouTube chat that she does have Discord. So come on in, girl.
Anytime you can jump in here, we would love to have you. I give her respect for the mere fact that she's a cab driver in L.A.
Yeah,
Are you shitting me? Wouldn't go there for nothing. No, not exactly the job I want to jump into.
Your freeways down there ain't no joke.
No, you got to know your shit. So yeah, she's going to school. It's just an amazing juggling act that she has to keep on going. But bless her heart, she is doing it.
Does it.
Yes, yes, she is.
And she's a married woman. Got to take care of her wife too, and she got kids and. Lord have mercy.
Wow.
All of that, yes.
Yeah, Tracy, and she uses her voice
to
speak out against the criminality that's going on in this country. You know.
When I first heard her on Robin's show, I was like, oh yeah, here you go. Here's some passion, baby. You can tell it when people are speaking from their heart. And I hope that's this whole thing. Because I don't write anything down. Everything you hear on here comes from my heart. And believe me, it ain't perfect, but it's all I got. And I try to use it as best I can. I was just amazed with I can't even remember what the subject matter the first time I heard her. She's outraged about something though. She's pissed off. Somebody had done something or said something and she came out and let you know. And that's good. Because it stirs the conversation, baby.
She probably got pissed off at me and the guy in the back porch the other night.
Oh, yeah? What happened?
Well, she was saying about how she was taking somebody to pick up somebody from the airport. They flew out here from Texas to see her son in a football game. And we didn't know what football game was going on. Well, I found out what football game was going on.
Which one?
It was a college all-star game put on by the NFL Players Association.
Really?
And it was at the Rose Bowl, just like she said. But there was nobody there, just probably family.
That's all that's allowed.
And the stands were just empty.
Ain't that sad?
Wow.
It was on NFL Network on Saturday.
I'm telling you. Yeah.
I got no dogs in these fights. I got no comment about all that football shit, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, the Cowboys ain't there. But we got. Hey, I'm happy with the Bengals and the Rams. Thank you.
Oh, the Rams can suck it.
I'm happy. There are two teams that haven't been there in a long time. If I was going to pick one,
years ago, and the Patriots beat them. You don't remember that game?
Oh man,
nope.
Sorry.
I don't remember hardly any games in the last 5 years. That's what's pitiful, and that's sad. I used to watch football every Sunday.
Preoccupied.
Yeah, I don't get.
Well, we have live shows on Sunday now, so yeah.
Yeah,
that's
right
true.
about game time.
Yeah, we have to compete with.
I was watching the game on Sunday
because the game is much more important.
Yeah, I could only watch one game Sunday. Couldn't watch that nighttime one.
Sunday. Jesus, I can't even remember what I was doing on Sunday.
Afternoon to me.
I gotta find a life. Shit. Let me thank Sister Fuckenstein, who came back in with another $3 donation and said, Lorraine Bobart texted the location of Nancy Pelosi to the mob. That's who you have to understand is in this fucking thing.
She's got like 2 or 3 Republicans trying to primary her now.
Yeah, Oh, she's not going to last. I don't think, and neither is Marjorie Taylor Greene. She's not going to last. You know, they're idiots. They've made an embarrassment of themselves to their own states, to the Republican Party. Even they are. Matt Gaetz. Really, you think he's going to be around much longer? I really don't. They're going to pull the hammer sooner or later on that damn.
Hurry up and arrest the damn guy.
Really. Every time I turn around, I'm hearing stories about more corroboration.
We're in the last 5 years, we're so used to seeing everything just splayed out in a tweet, in the public, in the news, and everything else. And that was not typically how our government, especially the law enforcement part of it, worked. It was not about just getting out there and putting everything on TV so that the whole world could see. They built cases, and we seem to forget that, and we've lost our patience for that. But it takes a long time to build a case against somebody if you want it to stick.
Yeah, because they have this thing called laws, and you have to follow them, or you're just pissing in the wind. So cross the T's and dot the I's. Everything it takes to get it done. Let me thank Timothy, who came in with a $15 donation and said, "Thank you, John." No, Timothy. Thank you, my friend. Thank you. And David Billings came in with a $5 donation and said, "Are you a communist?" No, I am an anti-fascist. For a long time, since I understood fascism, and that's a direct quote from Ernest Hemingway, "For whom the bell tolls." I am anti-fascist since I have understood fascism. Indeed, baby. Hey, corporations, money, that's what runs the world. What needs your ass? You're just the consumer and the producer of the product. Anyway, Sister Fuckenstein came back with $3 more and said, "Get rid of all GOP politicians. 14th Amendment, Section 3, fuck Donald Trump." Amen. Amen. 147 in my book that you can throw them out for the 14th Amendment. This was a conspiracy. Under anybody's definition. They conspired. You think all 147 of them congressmen just had it on a whim that I'm going to go in and vote no on certify the election to object to Pennsylvania or Wisconsin or Arizona? No. My Congressman Michael Cloud, he doesn't know anything. He doesn't know Pennsylvania from his ass in a hole in the ground. He doesn't know squat. But he objected. He objected, and he objected at the urging of other Republicans, which makes it a conspiracy.
Yep.
They had a plan, baby.
Together.
And the question is, do we let him go with that? Do we let him go with that?
Get the boot together, too, don't they?
If we let Trump get away with it, him, then what are we saying? That he's above the law? That it's okay if a president attempts to overthrow the government that he's in charge of? No, that's how autocracies begin. We vote them in and then they stay in forever. That's the way the plan is now. Look at Europe. Eastern Europe.
Right?
Yes. Every authoritarian dictator we have right now, save one, got there by being voted into office and then changing the laws. It's a trend, baby. It's a trend, and that's what they want. That's what the Republican Party wants to bring here. Sure, comrade, go vote. Wink, wink.
Yep.
That's not who we can be. We can't be that. We can't be that.
No, we can't. You know, the only thing that the federal judges in some of these places that are being redistricted are shooting down their redistricting plans simply because they're straight up fucking racist.
Oh,
and they know it.
Look at here. Bernadette.
Hey.
Bernadette, who's in the room?
Tracy's in the room.
My sister Tracy Porter, welcome to the show.
Baby.
How are you doing, baby?
Oh my goodness.
I can't believe John got both of us on the same show.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Batten down the hatches, baby.
Look. Look. He got his own Oreo cookie, y'all. Come on now.
I'm telling you.
Yeah, he does. There you go, John.
I've advanced to the level of an Oreo cookie, baby. I couldn't be more happier. I'm telling you. Sandwiched right in there. I love it, Tracy. I've loved your voice ever since the first time I heard you on Robin's show, and before it became Robin's show. I'm
excited because I've been trying to hear you forever, and I just, for all transparency, I just really learned how to deal with Discord.
Oh,
because
right on.
I'm in school with a bunch of youngins. I call them fetuses, and so they insisted upon us using Discord to communicate for classes, and I'm like, motherfucker, I can't do that.
Gonna force me to use this shit? Well,
like,
be forewarned that this Discord occasionally kicks people out at random. So if you find yourself all of a sudden out of the room, nobody kicked you out. It's Discord has a glitch and occasionally just bumps people out of the room. So if that happens,
She's a moody bitch.
yeah.
She's a moody bitch.
Discord is just really you want to
It's
get.
okay. You can get back in.
But you're here now. You're
John,
here
baby,
now.
John, baby, I am so thrilled, and thank you, because I know you've been inviting me forever.
I really do. I admire you. I admire your voice, your ability to stand up and say, "Hey, wait a minute."
The fucking minute.
What the fuck are you saying? Yeah, it takes that. It takes that involvement. Now, Tracy, I did forget. What degree are you seeking in school now?
I am getting my bachelor's, my BA in Africana Studies, and then I will be going. I'm applying the master's programs as we speak, because I graduated in May, and so I'm looking at either getting my master's in marriage and family therapy with a dual specialization in African American families and trauma, or they have a new program at CSUN, which I'm really leaning more toward. It's a master's in diverse communities and leadership.
Ooh.
And I am leaning more toward that because as much as I know my folk, are in desperate need of mental health care and stuff like that, but it's going to be a while before I can really do anything with that degree. Whereas, the master's program at CSUN, first of all, it's 2 years,
Right.
as opposed to 3 years, and it's only actually $25,000 as opposed to $60,000. And also, I have
Cost
a
of
lot
higher
of people-
education.
Yeah, motherfuckers. That should be reparations. You know, motherfuckers should be paying black folks to clean up the messes that the white folks did. So you know what? Rep a motherfucking race.
Race.
But they didn't make any messes because they're rewriting history.
Yeah, we're writing history. We're taking all those messes right out of the history place. Nobody will learn about that shit.
You know,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, and I heard,
we haven't created any messes.
Those are trees that fell in the forest that nobody heard.
Right. And John, so I hear that they're snatching books and damn near burning books in your state. I'm never leaving California.
Darling, I really wish I could. Unfortunately, I am a diehard for stickler for no. I'm going to stay here and change this damn state because I do.
And you know what?
John, you keep going at it, and we'll keep supporting you. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we can't all move.
right.
We can't all move to California. Somebody got to stay here.
Yeah. Well, it's like I will support you. I will support Robin, and anybody else that is on the battle lines to do something about what's going on in this country, because it just if I hear one more fucking Republican here start crying about y'all playing identity politics by trying to nominate a black woman for the Supreme Court, and I'm like, really, y'all? Really?
Ted Cruz finds it offensive. Did you hear that? Tracy, did you hear about Ted Cruz? It's offensive. Are you shitting me?
Which one? Because the guy that was at Georgetown, who they said, yeah, buddy, you.
Yeah, the one. That's the one that said. I think he's the one that said it was affirmative action. Talking about putting a black woman on the court was a form of affirmative. Kiss my ass.
what pisses me off when white people start screaming affirmative action, it's white women who benefited mostly from affirmative action. Nobody that looks like me really benefited from affirmative action.
Exactly.
There you go.
So that when they start screaming, it's when they start screaming racism and crying and they got clutching their fucking pearls about all this other bullshit. I'm like, what would happen? Riddle me this, Batman.
Yeah.
What would happen if a republic? No, I take that back. What would happen if somebody, as Robin says, from the multi-million-dollar, pundits and shit on MSNBC?
Right.
I wish somebody other than a sister, but a white person would call these motherfuckers out for who they are, and just especially like when they're interviewing, and when they start screaming identity politics, say, well, you want to talk about identity politics? What color has every Supreme Court justice been until Thurgood Marshall?
That's exactly the way I think about it every time they think about this. You want to know who's had affirmative action for 240 some odd years? A white American male. That's it.
Yep.
That's it. They've had preferential treatment this whole time. Law is based on what they say, and that's not who America is. It never was, but now it is.
Now people can call them out.
It is past time to have a diverse court that reflects what we look like out here. And I don't know about y'all. I respect a black woman's voice, baby. I really do.
It wouldn't matter if he appointed a purple elephant to the court at this point. The person is going to be a Democratic appointee. It's not going to change the balance of the court.
The court is still going to remain a 6-3 court.
So all of their claims about black women and being eligible, I mean, Trump nominated several motherfuckers that weren't even qualified to sit on the Supreme Court.
Really?
And 2 of them made it. Okay?
Yeah.
2 of them made it. Okay? And so
one loves beer.
Fuck all that bullshit about affirmative action or not representing the 96% of the American population because, it's only 4% black people. That's bullshit, too. Okay? Black women have done everything, including nominate and put the last president
in office.
The White House.
Indeed, it was the black female vote that pushed Biden into the White House.
And we're gonna get a sister on the court, and she's gonna be smart as fuck, y'all.
I know she is. I know she is.
And this is the thing: black women again will save this country.
I'm counting on y'all.
To bow down to Stacey Abrams because not only did she tear it up to get the black women vote out and black folks vote out in Georgia, not one but two Democratic senators in the state of fucking Georgia.
I think she can take Georgia. I think she can take Georgia governorship. I really do.
She won the last elections, other than the skullduggery.
But let's not forget what these Republican legislatures are out there doing. They're actually making it so no matter who wins,
they get to call the shot.
They can overturn.
They can overturn it. Yes.
That's the danger. That's how come it is so imperative to pass. That's why
we got to go out there in flood, epic proportions as far as last time we had a blue wave. This time it needs to be a
blue
not
tsunami.
A wave,
tsunami.
It needs to be a tsunami
over this entire country. We have to get out in numbers so large
and it has to be predicated on the idea of saving this democracy, because I guarantee you the other side, they want to destroy this shit.
Let me just throw in and play devil's advocate for a moment.
Uh-huh.
Okay, now Democrats are famous, for you got the black vote out. We came and we saved and we got Joe Biden elected. Now it's been a year since Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe, whatever you want to call him, has been in office. He ran on the promise of doing something about student loans.
Yes.
He needs to do it.
He needs to do it. He needs to
Yes.
stop fucking playing. Because look, I'm tired. You know, and yes, I understand, and I will vote. Don't get it twisted. I will vote like my life depends upon it, because it does. However, as quiet as it's kept, the black community is not a monolith. And just because I'm voting, do you know how many black folks I am constantly talking to about voting? And it's not because, you know, we're the purity police and all this. We just want somebody to keep a goddamn promise. Because as you guys know, student loan debt disproportionately affects African American people.
Indeed.
Because of these fucking predatory
The whole
loans.
student loan program, to
They are
me,
predatory loans.
is a racket.
But Tracy, this is his first year in office, and the presidency is a 4-year term.
Right.
I'm not
Yeah.
saying let's wait. That is not what I'm saying.
Oh, I
I'm
know
just
you're
saying
not saying that, sis.
let's give him a chance. You know, I believe, but he knew this going in. You know, we're in the midst of a fucking pandemic that's killing. I feel
We're in the middle of a fight for
over
democracy.
1 million people already. Okay, the numbers are so fucking skewed we can't even count them anymore. Okay.
We'll never know. We
No,
will never
we
truly
never
know.
will know. We never will know because that data is passé now. Okay, I'm not saying he's not going to do it. I'm not saying he is going to do it. He's only been in office 1 year. You can't do everything in 1 year. He's got a couple more years to go.
And we've made quite a bit of advancement.
We don't have a couple of years until November, y'all. Though.
No,
I understand
No.
that.
that is the priority now.
We do have to give him credit for what he has done.
And see, that's another problem, because I do give him props for what he has done. But see, again, Democrats suck at messaging.
This is true.
You know,
I
and
say
so-
it all the time.
And it's like he should be out there, and people should be saying, well, like, you know, he kept children from starving. Okay,
Yes.
he did this, he did that. He's making sure that people are getting vaccinated. He's doing.
Yes.
I mean, he has
Indeed.
done some amazing shit. However, the
And it-
Democrats sit there like it's like crickets. It's like, motherfuckers, will you talk?
That's
I can't-
exactly.
I can't stand black people.
We need to
Joe
push it
Rogan-
more because
It's like,
there
you
is.
know, there need to be out in every state, especially these states where these Republican-led legislatures are doing so much bullshit that people are thinking, I'm not going to vote anyway because I won't be able to. The messaging needs to be out there. When they say, "What have you done for me lately?" Well, this is what he has done for us lately.
He has done. He has done
Exactly.
an awful lot. I mean, how ironic that when he visited Pittsburgh, a bridge falls. Yeah, and he was going there to talk about the infrastructure bill.
And go
Okay?
figure the bridge
You
collapses.
are absolutely, right in front of his face. You are absolutely right about the messaging on the Democrats' part. It sucks. Sucks is putting it mildly. They have no message.
They need to step
They
up their
have no
message. They need to step up the
Yes.
message and the attack.
And it ain't. It ain't being
Because the
boastful.
ammunition's
This
there
is
in
shit
front
that
of
he's
us.
already got accomplished.
They've already given us all the ammunition we need to beat their ass into the ground.
Like, what's happening in Florida about the smokes creep for whatever his name is. I do not commit these people's names to memory because I only have a certain. I have a finite amount of brain.
Save your memory for what the things you needed for.
You need your memory for class.
Yeah, for
Tracy,
class.
I
Save that
understand.
for class.
I'm remembering what I need to do for school and how to not
Exactly.
get killed on the road and the rules of the roads in LA so I don't get killed and how to get to.
You drive a cab in L.A. To me, that's like Rambo shit. That's like, you brave that shit every day. Let me send out a couple of thank yous. Thank you to Suzanne Jarrett, who came in with a $5 donation and said they had a PowerPoint, and they did a PowerPoint on how to overthrow a government. And David Billings came in with a $10 donation and said, just a fun quote you made me think of. The entire universe has been neatly divided into things A, you mate with, B, you eat, C, you run away from, and D, rocks. Sir Perry Pratchett. Thank you. What a hell of a quote. Yeah, we either made it, eat it, run away from it, or it's a rock. So,
Yeah, pretty much.
pretty much our planet. I am so, I know you are, Bernadette, so
I'm tickled pink.
I am. I'm just waiting on James Webb to start sending back photographs. I want to see the little green man waving on us from the planet out there. How y'all doing?
The edge of the
Eat it,
marble
Joes.
is coming at us.
I know it. I know it.
What are
I'm
you guys
so.
talking about?
The
We're
James
talking
Webb
about
telescope.
the telescope that they managed to get 1.5 million miles away from us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It made the
Yeah,
trip.
I
It's
can't
out
wait
there,
to see
and
that.
I can't wait to start seeing some of the first images it starts sending back.
Speaking of science, so one of my classes, like I said, this is my last semester, and I successfully avoided having to take a science class, but now I have to take
Now-
a goddamn
now
science
they
class
cornered
to
you.
graduate. They cornered me. They're like, "Yo, sis,
you
not
got
gonna
you
get
got to
out
take the
alive,
science.
And so since I don't go to a school with a real football team, they don't really have like science for jobs, you know. But
Okay.
they did find a class. I found a class. It was Science 111, Sustainability, and it's about climate change, y'all. And
There you go.
I just watched an amazing. The link was on my, on my syllabus online, but the documentary is actually on Netflix. If anybody has Netflix, it's called Chasing Coral.
Chasing.
And it's about coral, like in coral.
Oh, chase coral.
And
yes.
it's about the devastation of how our coral reefs are dying at a rate.
I think I saw a trailer for it.
Man, first of all, the cinematography on that is beautiful because you're seeing how these reefs are how beautiful, and you're learning what a reef is and how a reef is actually. I never realized that the coral is alive. And that
Oh, yes.
It's a living animal.
It is.
You
Yes,
know,
it's a lead.
Yes.
Everybody who dives knows that. Yeah.
And like I said,
Yeah.
I didn't know. This is the beautiful thing about going to school. The
You're
knowledge
gonna
that you find.
love this class. It's going
Yeah,
to make
I
you
am
sad
so
though what's
excited.
happening to the coral.
I was crying. I mean, because I was crying at the end of at the end of the documentary. But then there was another one called Chasing Ice, and it's about the glaciers. Now that one is you can watch it, but you have to you can rent it or own it on Amazon Prime. And the guy that did this one, because he liked science, but he didn't want to be a scientist, and he started doing photography and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But what he wasn't a climate change denier, but he just thought that when scientists were saying that climate change was caused by man, a human interaction, he's like, nah, that's not true. And then he started doing the research and seeing, on the glaciers and seeing how there's this thing. Oh, I can't think of the word, but there are little holes all through these ice sheets, and the deposits. Now these are glaciers, all up, So you got the deposits of coal, of sediment from ash from wildfires.
Wildfires.
All of these things in the sediment that are in all these holes. There's billions of holes on these ice sheets, and this is what's causing the ice melts that are, of course, rushing into our oceans and causing these, these cataclysmic weather events. And it's like, and you're sitting there watching this. I mean, we as because we got sense, and we know we respect and mostly hold science, revere science, but the average motherfucker, the average Republican does not. And just listening to these things, and it's like, it's stuff that we already knew, but now we have, we actually have proof.
Yeah, things we know, but here's the proof of it.
Here's the proof of it.
Yeah.
And because one of the biggest talking points for the Republicans is that scientists can't come to a consensus of about what climate change is, and that's a goddamn lie. 97%.
Yeah. There's a consensus, all right.
97% of scientists believe that there's climate. We are in. We're about to fucking tip. We're living on borrowed time.
Not only that, every single oil company out there knew back in the 40s and 50s that this shit was real then. And if you want to talk about conspiracy theories, because the shit that they've played, it was the oil companies who played up the conspiracy that recycling was going to save America.
Yeah.
No,
but it's
they
not.
put this recycling plan in motion, knowing damn well that it wasn't going to work. It's more profitable for them and cheaper for them to make a new bottle than to recycle
the old bottle.
Okay?
But they'll spend a whole lot of advertising dollars trying to convince you that that's what they're doing.
Trying to convince you that you should be recycling as the consumer.
Yep.
No, they should stop making that shit as the producer. Okay? But we as consumers keep consuming their products, and so they keep
We're a disposable society.
We have to make wise.
Unfortunately, America is a disposable society.
If we want to be a sustainable society, we have to
you
make
have to put an effort into it
about our own damn footprint on this planet.
And I know.
Preach.
Yes, preach, indeed.
And the people said amen.
And the people said amen. Baby, it's up to us to save this democracy. It's up to us to save the world.
Corals dying. I've seen the corals dying. And if you ever want to see something really sad, you go and get in the fucking ocean. Just do a snorkeling thing and look at the corals that
I'll tell you what, baby.
the fuck out.
Whatever you've seen on TV when it comes to live coral, and believe me, I've dove a lot in the South Pacific. It is nothing compared to what you see in real life when you're there underwater. We always encourage that too.
Starfish off the coast of California that are dying because the water is too warm, it's toxic, and it's killing the starfish. And then you have other things like starfish eat sea urchins. Well, the sea urchin population is out of control now.
It's exploding
because the starfish are dying.
Yeah.
Okay. And then you have these imbalances all over the planet that's taking hold all over the planet. And no, it's not happening to humans. It's happening to our fellow earthlings.
That's the thing. That's what we need to really look at. There's one Earth. There's one planet here. Everything that happens on this planet happens right here. And whether it's the pandemic, whether it's environmental hazards, our own survival on this, everything is dependent upon each other in this world. Are we going to get there? Let's hope so. It's going to take another 100 years. That's what we all fear.
A lot of people.
But we don't have 100 years.
It's symbiosis, a mutually beneficial situation here, because the thing that they were talking about in chasing coral was the fact, like you pointed out, we don't see it. And
we don't.
No.
And with we're pissed. It has gotten hotter, and we know this, but it's affecting the oceans more than it's affecting.
Well,
we know more about space than we know about what's under the ocean's waters. We know more about the planets around us than we knew about the depths of our oceans.
But here's the thing: most people think that the majority of the breathable oxygen on the planet is made from trees and forests like the Amazon or Tongass forest up in Alaska or up in the Northwest.
Right.
No, these places are carbon sinks, okay? The live trees and the plants and the animals and everything is absorbing the carbon. Yes, they do make oxygen, but these are closed systems. What oxygen they make, they use also in that particular area. it is the ocean that makes the majority of the breathable oxygen on this planet, and we are destroying the ocean.
We're coating it with a layer of plastic.
The ocean. Okay.
We got work to do,
and that's scary. And once
we're heading into a cataclysmic event.
With all this cold water melting into the ocean, once the circulation system,
once the conveyor belt of the Gulf Stream shuts down,
the temperatures of this planet shut down because of all the cold water that's being dumped in, not only from the Arctic but the Antarctic. We had a huge ice shelf down in the Antarctic break off in the last week or so.
What they say, the size of Rhode Island, I think.
Megatons of fresh water into the ocean. Once that happens,
we're fucked.
You let that ocean current.
Tune in next week to find out if we're still here.
We're not going to be on this planet that long, but the planet will survive. Once we get the fuck up off
the planet will survive once it takes care of us. Once we are destroyed and wiped away from the planet by our own destruction, then the planet will rejuvenate itself and come back to life, and who knows what will happen down the road if we don't do something about it.
Scary shit if you stop and think about it.
So,
and we should stop and think about it.
We not only have a democracy to save, we have a planet to save. So there's no shortage of things to be concerned about. But we try to tackle them each one at a time. But we can do multiple at the same time. Huh?
Before I forget, what days of the week are you on, and what time are you on, so I can make a mental note?
We are live every Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday. We're live. And from now on, that will be starting at 6 o'clock Central Time.
So we decided.
4 o'clock. We decided we used to start at 5:30. We decided to bump it back to 6 to give people on the West Coast a little bit more time.
Thank you.
Appreciate that. Appreciate you.
It's
Appreciate that.
And besides that, it gives me another half hour to eat, which tonight being Taco Tuesday. Well, I didn't have tacos. I didn't have tacos, but I had two chicken enchiladas, some carne asada, rice, beans, and guacamole salad. There you go.
That sounds fucking amazing. Because I'm on my way home, and I have no idea what we're going to... See, I got to start doing meal planning again, because I, like a whole lot of other people, since, I basically said, fuck it, I'm never exercising again. Guys, I mean, I don't know if you remember...
your swimming went to the wayside.
I was swimming and all that, and then COVID. So I'm slowly trying to. So 3 of the class, I am taking 3 kinesiology, which back in the day, PE motherfuckers, kinesiology, trying to be all fancy. But
well, you're on the front line of this shit as a cab driver, Tracy. Come on, baby. You're on the front line of this COVID every day. So
well, see, the good thing is now
I'd be spraying them with Lysol as they get in the back seat.
I pretty much do. But here's how it works for me. Most of the work that I do, I transport special needs kids to and from school.
Right.
Okay.
Bless your heart,
my exposure is limited now. On the occasions that I do work at the airport, like I work this Friday and this Sunday, I basically give people, as soon as they get into my cab, I give them hand sanitizer. I make sure they're wearing their masks. I spray down the cab between customers. I wipe down the cab between customers.
Wow.
Good. I said, when they have to sign, the phone for the credit card, I wipe down the phone, and then so I'm very, very careful.
Good. Good.
Because I'm married to an old white woman. I can't take anything home to her.
Hell no.
Right.
I'm married to a white woman too. She'd kill my ass.
Right. Yeah. Besides that aside too, because it's like so I still travel. Jan and I, over in December went to Louisiana. We went to New Orleans and Biloxi.
How was that, by the way?
I had a ball.
I am so glad,
right
Tracy. I am so glad for you.
But the thing, and I have to. There's a way to send pictures, right? I can send you some of the sunsets that over the.
In the Discord channel here, you'll see that we have an after party place here. It's called the Blue Room.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where the real action goes on, baby.
Like I said, I'm looking at all the different things that I'm like, because like I said, I'm still figuring out Discord.
Well, we're just tickled that you found your way in here. We're just tickled that you.
It takes me a minute. So you start at 4:00 my time, and how long is the show? Is it an hour?
It goes an hour and a half, 2 hours. It just depends on. I'm going to try to wrap it up here in just a few minutes because Marcia had some plans for me this evening. Wives do that occasionally, so we're still shuffling around.
Well, like I said, I'm excited that I found y'all, and like I said, I'm still figuring out Discord, but I'm excited that I have. And so,
well, we're really pushing this cross-pollination between the Horn family and the Blue Dot family.
Yes.
So.
And so, thank you so much for coming in, Tracy.
You guys, like I said, I will do my level best to drop in more often.
Please do. Please do. We'd love to have you.
So, real quick, let me, about the whole.
I'm enjoying my Oreo cookie night, baby.
Why I went off on, and I didn't say any names on when I was on Robin's show yesterday about why I was pissed. So let break it down. This is what's happening. Right. Like Sparky said that I was, they were questioning because, like I said, I took this family to Pasadena. Well, I took them to downtown to meet their son who was playing in the football game. But see, let me tell you what was happening when I told them about this, and they're like, because they couldn't find it, it didn't exist. On top of the fact that they were questioning, well, are you sure it's not soccer? And I'm like, are you hearing what you're saying? Are you really hearing? Do you really think these people flew all the way out here from fucking Houston, Texas, okay, to see their son, who I dropped him off at the Intercontinental Hotel, right? And then they went on to Pasadena from there because that's where they were staying. Mm-hmm. That they came out here and to tell me about something that's happening in Pasadena. But you're saying that I got it mixed up. Are you sure they didn't say football? I said no. They said football, not football. Okay. Yeah. Look, I know the fucking difference. I know. It's like, but how dare you? I said so. Basically, I said, how dare you white men try to demean me and act as though I'm an idiot? Because I know good and goddamn well, had I been a white man or a black man, there is no way you would have questioned whether or not I knew what the fuck I was talking about. And just because you couldn't find the goddamn thing, because I said, well, I don't know, Google that shit. And they couldn't find it on Google. Oh, well, are you sure? It's like, again, these people flew out from fucking Houston.
Hey, let me send out a few thanks because I got a couple of them here that are directed towards you, Tracy. First, let me thank Michael Johnson, who came in with a $2 donation and said, "Love your shirt. Where can I find it?" Michael, thank you very much. And it's from, this one is from the Veterans Against Trump. There's another one called Atheist Veterans I belong to. There's several different veterans groups that display this proudly, I might say. But anyway, Tracy Tobias came in with a $5 donation and said, "Preach it, sister," and I think she's talking to you. And thank you, Tracy Tobias. She's my next door neighbor. She lives right across the fence out here. Not really, but I daydream that she does. Anyway, and then Sister Funkenstein came back in and donated $2 just to say, "Please ask Tracy any pushback about masks from riders, Tracy? And first, saying thank you, Sister Funkenstein. And
Well, first of all, they have tried.
I like that they tried.
They tried, and one guy actually was kept taking off and pulling his mask down. So I pulled over and told him, "Get the fuck out of my cab."
Get the fuck out the cab. That's, you don't want to be rude, but hey, get the fuck out. Wear the mask or get the hell out.
It's like, I'm not playing with you, okay? And this is before Omicron, okay?
Yeah, that's when Delta's cooking. Oh, no.
It's like, so if you really fucking think there are things that I will debate with you. I will debate whether, is it Kobe, Jordan, Michael, or LeBron is the GOAT, okay?
Yeah.
I will debate as to whether my actually, I won't debate about my mac and cheese with anything, so, okay, but I will debate
a variety of subjects.
A variety of things. But there are certain things I will not debate with you. I will not debate about whether or not there's structural racism. I will not debate with you about Black Lives Matter. I will not debate about science. I will not debate as to whether or not Mitch McConnell, is there such things as there's good people on both sides.
Yeah.
And I definitely will not debate whether or not COVID is real. And that whether, because now the new thing is, masks, now they're saying that, is cloth masks don't work. Yes, they don't work against Omicron. Or they still work, but not as well as the N95.
Yeah. They're better than nothing.
Because let me say, if you had won the motherfuckers in the first place, we wouldn't be where we are.
Maybe we wouldn't have Omicron.
We wouldn't have Delta.
Or the next one that's going to come because we can't get people vaccinated.
And it's coming.
It is coming. Because it takes the world vaccination, not just the United States.
Right. And when somebody said, well, we'll get herd immunity, motherfuckers, we're not going to get goddamn herd immunity with only 60% of the motherfuckers getting vaccinated.
You got to get the whole herd. Or you just got bum steers out there spreading it around.
Yeah.
You can't,
Tracy, don't blow a fuse. You have to understand that
you can lead them to water, but you can't force them to drink it, baby.
COVID warps a grand obstructionist party members' minds. Okay, it hurts them. It hurts them.
GOP, because I have an aunt, and I think John heard about her, who I begged all last year, please, you're a black woman, you're over 60, you're diabetical, you have heart, you have all these comorbidities, okay? You are a walking time bomb. Auntie, please get vaccinated. She wouldn't get vaccinated.
Yeah.
Then Omicron came. She got her granddaughters, my other aunt, her sister, and my nephew all fucking got COVID. She happened to wind up in the goddamn ICU because not only did she have COVID, she had COVID pneumonia.
Oh, hell.
Okay? Now, she got out, she's fine. She finally tested negative just a few days ago. However, she still refused to get vaccinated.
Okay.
I have people in my family that are not vaccinated.
A little bit of protection going on. She does have a little bit from just getting the virus and surviving.
Right, she's got a certain amount of natural immunity.
That, too, says a lot about where we've come to in this being the third year of going on and doing this shit, that, the science has progressed where they can actually save people's lives now while they're in the hospital. Usually if you went on that ventilator, you wasn't coming off alive.
No.
That's the thing.
That's a blessing in itself to hear that she came up out of the hospital. But Tracy, don't give up. Don't give up. Work on her.
I did convince my nephew to get vaccinated. So, and I don't I'm yelling because I can yell with y'all because y'all get it.
Yes, you can.
But you can't, you know our folk. We can't You know, we can't be yelling at them, and because then they'll just dig in deeper. They'll burrow in like a fucking
Yes.
pit.
But
So
we
it's
do have to
like
be persistent with them
we have
because
to be
it's
persistent,
about keeping them
See that?
around for as long as we possibly can.
right?
You know,
And it's
I don't
like
want to see anybody get off the planet due to this fucking virus. This virus ain't no fucking joke, y'all.
No, this virus will kill your ass. And it's
And
not.
see,
It's the next one after Omicron that I'm worried about. It's the next one that's going to come up
Right.
that is going to be very contagious and very deadly. You get that combination, and we're going to have serious problems.
Well, because it's like right now, like, okay, so school started back this last week at C-Stud.
All right.
We were supposed to start this semester first time since COVID, and, majority of classes online. And then Omicron hit. And so we're off campus until, allegedly, until the 14th, day after the Super Bowl and Valentine's Day, right? So, but right now there's a petition going around in all the student chat rooms and discourse rooms and stuff that we, with the variant, this Omicron variant, we feel that it's not safe enough for us to return to campus. That we should just finish out like that, and just do this the rest of this semester, until
Right.
and just do everything online. Because first of all, they are, they're having full class sizes, right? So lecture halls that hold, they're gonna have like 75 people. No, there's no rooms big enough to social distance.
Right.
That part. Right. Now, even though you have to be vaccinated or you have to be vaccinated or have a medical or religious exemption to come on campus, so there's still, because I worked on campus. I got well, not on campus, but I was working on a project with one of my professors
Right.
about the need for identity-based resource centers, and that's another reason why I'm thinking about staying at CSUN, because I want to see this project come to fruition. However, there's not, nobody's doing. They're not going to be able to do social distancing, so I still think it's too dangerous, really, to have people back on campus and we can't social distance. I mean, like in my cab, I do as much social distance. I don't let anybody sit up front with me,
Right.
And
But still, in the
people
back
sit-
seat, that's still pretty close.
it's
I mean,
still there.
you got to take every precaution you can because you can't limit that much space.
No,
Right.
but we can't in the classroom, and that's why people are saying fuck this. Either or do a hybrid that some people go on campus and the rest stay off campus. Whatever, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
But we should not be forced to go back on campus, because I think at this point, even because I'm at a Cal State, and the UCs are about to make a decision as to whether or not they're going to go back on campus full time as well. So we'll see.
It's fluid. We're going to see what happens.
It's very. I mean, it's very, very fluid. And I have to say, when I first found out that because I got accepted at CSUN in 2020, and that's when I started school, and so I was terrified about having to do online courses because I need to up close and personal. But I have now gotten used to online classes. I love the freedom. Like, even though I'm supposed to be in class at like 11 o'clock or whatever, I could be.
You could be anywhere.
With you, I'm on, like right now. I'm in my cab driving, and there's so many times that I have been in class working.
There you go.
Or what have you. So and I can do stuff. I can go to the doctor. I could do a lot of stuff and not miss class. I don't have to worry about, and even if I'm not feeling well,
Right.
I don't have to miss class because I'm at home or wherever the hell I am. So
Right.
Advancements in technology, baby. Hey, let's.
I'm just talking.
I just want to pause for a minute because we finally got Michael James in the room. Michael, are you there? Michael, are you with us? I tried to get him in the room all we were having trouble. The Discord sometimes gives us a fit. I can't hear you, Michael, if
You
you're
might
there.
have to go and come back
Might
in.
have to leave and come back in again. Darn, here we are going on the end of the show here, and I wanted to get him in.
Right.
I sent him an invitation.
And who is he? Michael James?
Michael James, he's out in California. He's just another fine blue dot that we like to talk to. He's always got good conversation. That's the way we play it here. You know how Friday on the Front Porch is, Tracy? That's what we have here every live show. It's whoever shows up to talk, and we talk about whatever comes up. Most of the time it's politics and what's going on in the day, but we have our shiny hiney moments over here.
Oh,
Yes, we do.
When you started playing "Shut the Fuck Up," man, John,
You like? I love that song.
I need that audio clip. I need it.
You want it? Let's play it one more time, just for fun.
I just need you to shut the fuck up, cause nobody asked you, bitch.
I just love
need
it.
you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow.
I can see myself in a circa World War II, just out on the dance floor. I'm ready to go.
How do I get a copy of that? Because I have a couple of friends that they need that in their lives as well. I want that. I want that as a goddamn ringtone.
That's what a lot of people have said. They want that as a ringtone on their phone. Just shut the fuck up. Nobody's asking you, bitch. Don't call me.
It's like, just don't call. Just shut the fuck up.
I will try to get my son to put a link to that. I thought we had a link to it somewhere. Didn't we get this out as a link one time?
When you played it on the Friday on the Front Porch, you said that you were going to try, and you're like, but I have to wait for my son because that's beyond. That's out of my pay grade.
Yeah, that's out of my tech grade.
Way
no,
beyond
I have a son for that.
Button pushing capabilities.
Yep, no.
There. Okay.
I just got my button today for Joe Biden.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
I'm going to use that button.
Yeah.
I'm going to use that button. If it wasn't for Travis, I wouldn't have any of this in front of me. So Travis is my tech guy that puts all this together.
I think I have my Travis. Well, my son Alex, he moved away. He lives in Oregon now, which is damn near killed me because he's my baby. But he's a grown ass man. So
I know how you feel. Travis is a grown ass man. He's still my baby. He's the first. He changed this diaper. Shit.
I don't have nobody. I don't have any. Once he's gone, it's like, my child.
I'm telling you.
Okay,
I'm telling you. Well, I guess we ought to wrap it up for the evening.
And thank you again for inviting me. I am
Tracy. Thank you so much, darling, for coming and stopping by. I don't make any calls about it. I always enjoy you when you are on Robin's show, and I love your perspective and your dynamic voice, baby. Doesn't that sound good? That sounds like I know what I'm talking about, huh? Yeah, there you
what
go.
You're talking about. But this is. We need stuff like this. We need people like you. We need people.
We
like
need
Robin.
a community across this nation because
because we're gonna, if we don't stick together, it's like they said, united we stand, divided we fall.
Indeed, baby.
Yep.
Indeed, and never has it been more important than now. Yeah.
They are doing their level. See, and I'm about to try not to cuss motherfuckers out because you see me trying to get over you.
Driving in L.A., I bet it's fun, baby.
Because every day they could come up with some new shit that comes out of their mouth, and and then you gotta start all over.
Yeah,
again.
you gotta adjust your tack and everything like that. Yeah,
and live with these sons of bitches. But I'm over it.
I'm saying
really
let's put the
over
bow
shit.
into the wind, baby, and let's go for it. That's what I'm saying.
Anyway,
Full damn the torpedoes, full
God,
speed ahead.
God bless you guys and keep you. Please stay safe. You're
You
a
do the
much
same.
needed voice, and you're a much needed voice out in the wilderness because motherfuckers, this is some. We are in. Anyway, all that shit. But
Tracy,
anyway,
we love you.
You guys, good night.
Thank you, baby, for being here. We appreciate it so much.
Hopefully, I'll talk to you guys again soon.
Well, now look, we're gonna close the show, but after we close the show, we're running over to one of those rooms over there where you see the voice chat 1, 2, and 3, and 4.
Yes, I do see that.
That's where we're headed.
Yep.
That's the after party.
Ooh, the after party.
The after party, baby.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what. That's where things happen over there.
It's live in the after set.
Anyway, Tracy, thank you. Bernadette.
I'm going to figure this out. Good night, y'all. And hopefully I'll
Good night.
head over to the other side. I'll meet you in the other side, baby.
On the other side, baby.
Right.
Tracy, take care of yourself, and thank you for coming by.
Good night, y'all.
Good night,
Bye.
baby. And,
Good night.
And Bernadette, thank you so much for being
Yes.
such a gracious hostess. We appreciate it so much.
Oh, you're welcome. My pleasure. That's my girl, Tracy.
I'm just so
We've
tickled.
talked several times.
Good.
And I am so tickled pink that she got a chance
Yeah,
to
I
come
am too.
over and,
I am
and-
too.
and hang with us.
When I'm over on
Robin's
Robin's show.
Bernadette, okay?
That's Robin's Bernadette. Indeed. Indeed. And anyway,
Yes.
let me see. Who else was in here? I done forgot. Sparky Dunk was in here. So, Spark, thank you for being here. Who?
Tony was
Ardessa?
a little bit. Ardessa.
And Tony Boyd was in here for a minute, but then he got dropped out. Anyway,
Yeah.
Thank you all for coming by and visiting with us. Thank you to our Blue Dot family in YouTube, on Facebook. Thank you for sharing your time with us. The entertainment is going to pick up, baby. There's going to be new stories coming out every day, and we need to keep pushing this train up the hill, baby, because that's what we need to do is run it up their ass. It's stick it in their face of what they did. Anyway, whilst you're hating on the Republicans, put a smile in your heart and try to put a smile on somebody else's face tomorrow, and it'll do everybody some good. Anyway, I love you all. Thank you for being a part of this. And Bernadette, say good night.
Good night and stay blessed, y'all.
Good night, everybody. We love you.